Welcome to another session here of a little conversation before our game day tomorrow. We're here with Scout Summerlin, junior, Holly Springs High School. Scout is coming off an injury from last year. Unfortunately, missed his whole sophomore JV season. And Scout, just tell us a little about injury and how was it kind of having to miss last year, and then the excitement of being back at it and be a part of it this year.
All right. Well, thanks for doing this with me, Coach.
Yeah.
Just coming off of being cut ninth grade, and really working hard on that off season, and feeling good about everything, and then eventually having the injury. It hit hard. But I mean, coach last year was really cool. He let me stick around. He was telling me, if you do, get cleared, we'll see what we can do. Unfortunately, that didn't really happen. I didn't see the court much last year, but I think that pushed me even more to work just as hard in the off season. And I mean, I'm grateful to be back junior year, varsity level. So
yeah, good. Well, you did make tremendous growth between that freshman year and that sophomore year, and our hearts kind of broke for you. And sometimes it's just how we're kind of dealt those hands, and some things we can control, some things we can't, and so we were really excited that you recovered up and worked hard this off season, and really impressive throughout tryouts and everything here this year. So we're glad to have you. So talk me through all this Georgia stuff I'm seeing on the back screen. What's the Georgia pool here?
Well, we're originally from Georgia, small town, southwest corner, Bainbridge. Shout out B Town. Okay. So just really diehard Georgia fans.
Yeah.
I mean, football, basketball, really any sport, you name it.
Yeah.
And that's really the college I hope to get into.
Okay.
After graduation.
Awesome. It's gotten more and more competitive, I think, over the years. So good. Well, Scott, you crush it in the classroom. You do a phenomenal job. You super high GPA and all that. I know you've been a part of the dance program. It's one of the classes you're in. And last year, I think before injury, you were lined up with the Nutcracker to have a pretty big time role, right? The Prince. That's kind of the point guard of the deal, right? The quarterback. That's kind of the key role. So just share with us a little about your involvement with the dance program and just what you've enjoyed about being a part of that. And again, another thing, the injury took you out of last year, but.
Really how it all started, when I first got here freshman year, I really never even thought about taking that class. But Miss Stoss was working lunch duty one day, and we got to talking. She told me everything about the program. It actually started with me joining a club and doing a little routine for the pep rally. And that's actually what eventually led to me joining the program. So I joined that program spring semester of freshman year, and I had a good time. There were some other guys in that class, so that kind of helped too. And it was just it was a really good experience. Everyone was just awesome, good times.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I stuck around. And for the Nutcracker last year, like you said, I was gonna have a lead role, and that got taken away from me with the injury as well. And that was kind of really disappointing because we were going to see how basketball and Nutcracker were going to have to kind of work together.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
And so this year I was just, unfortunately, Nutcracker's not happening either way because of COVID. But if it was, I was going to have to either make a decision to try and do both and just see how it went, or just solely focus on basketball.
Yeah.
And I think with that injury happening, I think I was just either way, I was gonna solely focus on basketball this year.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we'll have to figure out a way for you to do some double duty next year then. If senior year, if we're back to some normalcy and Nutcracker's back on and all that. So good. No, that's all. That's all good stuff. Yeah, you've dealt with some adversity there. What would you say so far that you had two pretty big things taken away from you sophomore year? How would you say maybe you've grown from that, or what does that maybe teach you for the next time that you have adversity in your life? Something that maybe comes your way and is a disappointment and maybe restricts you from doing something you want to do, but then, you know, how would you say maybe this has prepped you for the next time?
I mean, really just keeping a tough mental state about it. I mean, obviously you want to be tough physically, but and in the case of something like that happening, you also want to be tough mentally about it. I mean, some athletes that can happen too, and it can just completely destroy them mentally.
Yep.
And I mean, that's how some of them fall. But for me, I mean, I instead of falling, I chose to use it as my fuel.
Yep.
I mean, I got off the crutches and then I got out the boot. I got cleared and I immediately got to work. Actually, I don't want to say that. I want to say I was getting to work even while I was in my injury.
Yep.
I had I had a trainer and we were getting in the gym and he was working around my injury even while I was on the crutches.
Yep.
So even in the early stages of my injury, I mean we were hitting upper body.
Yep.
And we were focusing on my healthy leg.
Yep.
So even during injury,
yep.
just kept on working.
You find ways to get better even throughout the injury. Find ways to get better even. I'm with you. Good stuff, man. No, that's good. So we got Friendship on again. It's supposed to be tomorrow night. It's going to be Friday. Well, it's supposed to be Friday. It's going to be Saturday now is our plan. I know your mom works at Friendship. Does that make it any extra special or unique or different or fun or?
I mean, we've kind of had a talk like that before. I mean,
Yeah.
She loves the job, loves the people she works with, but when it comes down to the sports, she's Hawks purple and gold all the way. So
all right.
We got her support there.
Yeah. No, that's great. Well, good stuff. Well, Scout, it was good chatting with you, man. We are looking forward to a fun, shortened season, a fun season here, and we can't control the weather. That's gonna be adversity. Who knows? Hopefully, we play Saturday. If not, we'll be squeezing in games. And have to play with maybe less prep or multiple game, more games in a week than we are used to, and that's no different. We got to be mentally tough through it and push through and understand what we can control, what we can't, and try to make the best of it. Stay positive and things you were saying there too. So, yes, sir. All right. Well, good chat with you, Scout.
You too.
Yep. All right.